Squad.
I have one final question that I want to ask for both of you guys. One of the most polarizing moments in Batman vs Superman, it's one of the most recognizable moments, is the part where Batman is about to kill Superman with his kryptonite spear, and Superman says, "Save Martha," and this stops Batman from killing him because Batman realizes that they share the same mother's name. So, who would like to answer this question first?
I know it's very popular to make fun of the Martha scene. The whole, like, my mom's Martha, your name's Martha. Why did you say that? It's very easy to make fun of, okay? I just made fun of it. And I was one of those people who constantly made fun of the scene. Like, I thought it was stupid too. But then when you really watch the movie and understand the whole plot, they were hinting at you know, they were constantly showing images of Martha Wayne's tombstone. So it's already like Martha is a motif in Batman's story because his whole conflict is about trying to get over, you know, his loss, and he realizes, because this Batman is more cynical, and he realizes that, you know, being a white knight symbol doesn't work. The only way that you can control your destiny is if you go out and control it. There's a quote that I actually wrote down where when he's about to kill Superman, and he goes, "You aren't even a god. You weren't even a man." He's trying to dehumanize Superman. And then he also says stuff like, "I bet your parents taught you that you mean something and that you're here for a reason. My parents taught me a different lesson for no reason at all. They taught me the world only makes sense when you force it to." The world only makes sense when you force it to. And that's what that's Batman's whole morals in this thing. He's saying that being a symbol and inciting good doesn't work. The only way that you can get what you want is if you go out and be violent and be a vigilante and go above the morals, because people aren't going to listen to that. And that original belief that good will rise above evil is what got his parents killed, right? So that's already a big thing and a psychological thing. So now back to the Martha scene. So the reason why I think it's a good scene is because Batman's whole time here, he's trying to dehumanize Superman. He's trying to say he's an alien, you're not even a god, you're not even a man, right? So that's his justification for killing someone. He's like, he always has to kill someone for a reason. Otherwise, he's no worse than a villain. And then when Superman says, "Find him! Save Martha!" Then Batman has the flashback and he realizes that he's becoming the very thing he sought to destroy. He's becoming a murderer. He's gonna murder someone with the mom. And sure, it's a coincidence that they both have the same name, but I think it's a nice poetic like narrative to have where Batman comes to realization that he is becoming the villain. Remember in the Dark Knight series where it's you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain? He's becoming the villain, and he's realizing that when he's about to kill this good person who is calling for help for his mother who's in danger. And if he kills Superman, he's personally responsible for not just Superman's death, but also the death of Martha. And he feels like he will become what he sought to destroy, which was a murderer.
Okay.
And I think that's actually very powerful.
That is a very philosophical statement, Nico. As well, I really dug the accents and all the impersonations. And now, Dasan, I would like to hear your rebuttal to this.
Alright, I'm gonna just make this quick and I'm gonna be blunt as possible. I do not like that scene. Sure, it's a great meme quality. Sure, Batman is trying to demonize Superman, but the whole point is that, which I really feel like the movie overlooked, it was all about proving a point. Because if you go back to the older movies that when they first did this, Superman basically never retired, all the other heroes retired, and he was basically becoming the villain. And Batman was like, "I got tired of your shit. I don't like the way that you're doing things. I don't like how you're like this. You're actually becoming the very monster that when we were a part of the Justice League, we sort of destroyed." So you're right. There is that point where that Batman in the movie is demonizing him, is trying to make him appear more of an alien, less human, less godly. That is true. But the whole fact that, I'm bringing this all back to how Lex Luthor literally in this movie doesn't seem as sinister with this information, and at all, because if you think about it, Lex Luthor grew up with Clark Kent. Those two were pretty good friends, and then they became enemies for no reason, and they just stopped talking to each other. Which I'm bringing this point back. I don't like how Lex Luthor is a jokester in this movie, and I don't like how Lex himself is getting his hands dirty without using, you know, some kind of protective work or anything of sorts. And I don't like how he uses Martha as a hostage in this way. If he would have used her as our hostage, he would have thought of a more sadistic plan. And he would have thought of a better plan. I didn't like this whole thing. And this whole, oh, save Martha, like, cool. You and I had the same mother's name. I definitely didn't. I definitely don't care for that part. I'm almost done with this because I feel like I'm about to get cut off at any moment. But basically what I did not like about this whole movie was specifically that scene. Cool, Batman goes saves her, so Batman has her whole redemption. That's pretty cool. But the whole fact is, I did not like on how freaking Batman v Superman fight turned out to be somebody else's fight, and that fight wasn't even for that person's win. Sure, Superman is dead at the end, but he doesn't get to live to tell the tale, or he does technically get to live to tell the tale, but he doesn't like get to, you know, celebrate as much as normal Lex would. And I don't like the fact that how that whole fight was just, it, like the whole dialogue in that fight with that sincere moment. Sure, it was supposed to mean a lot. I definitely do not like how the fact that this whole fight was supposed to be between them, it turned out to be so involved with so many different people, and I did not like that, because then it's no longer a Batman v Superman fight. It's now of a more, oh look, Batman and Superman had a quick tussle and then they resolved their differences. Sure, Batman was going to kill Superman, but nah, he wasn't. As soon as someone said Martha, flashback kid, oh look, my mom died. Sure, whatever. Realistic version doesn't really matter.
I think you're seriously downplaying that scene.
I'm not. Like, I'm
I think
actually
you're oversimplifying it.
I'm trying to get to it. No, what I'm saying is that scene was already bad as it was, and I'm just pointing out the fact that why it was just that bad. Like, sure, Batman demonizes Superman for all this crap, and he's about to kill him. Superman says one word. Oh look, hey, let's be friends. You said Martha. I don't want to kill you now. Like, no.
Yeah, you're incredibly oversimplifying it though. It's not just.
I'm not incredibly simplifying. I'm simply pointing out the fact that in this time, because we're going off what you said. This is a more realistic. This is a more realistic scene. This is a more realistic movie. Superman has killed people. Batman has killed people. This is the time where superheroes in DC can now actually kill people other than Wonder Woman when it comes to other crap. But this is a time where Batman and Superman broke their morals and they kill. And so it's like, when you kill, you just don't simply stop when you're about to kill because somebody's mom shares the same name as you. And it's like, oh,
did Superman
wow.
even kill in this movie?
Yes, he killed terrorists trying to save Lois.
Okay,
he hit a man through walls, brick walls at sonic speed. Batman literally towed cars, smashing them into each other. And if you look at the driver's side was smush as paper. Like, the people in the movie they killed. And the one time they're supposed to kill each other and they're like, Martha, why did you say that name? Like, no, get that bullshit out of here. It just ruins the whole flow of the movie, and the flow of the movie was already downhill. It was climbing down, it was picking back up. No. After that, the whole thing just took a whole straight landslide and just dropped. And it was just a terrible dialogue, and so many shit was just rushed. If I wanted this movie to be all about me, then the movie would have 25 minutes of dialogue between a 5-minute period. There'd be 4 parts, 4 cuts of dialogue, and the rest would be fucking
25
action.
minutes out of 2 hours of a movie?
Yes, you can fit 2 hours worth of action in a movie if you do it right. There's plenty of movies out there that prove my point. There's plenty of movies that prove it. It'd be like this. When a movie has a shit ton of dialogue, there's a couple of movies out there that have an hour and 30 minutes of action. And you mean to tell me that doesn't happen? Then you're a sociopath. You're an idiot.
Quick
you
question.
Can't do it. You just want to see how I want the movie. And so when I give you facts on how I want.
Thank you for watching the Media Avengers. For more clips like this, make sure to subscribe and turn that notification bell on. See you soon.
I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat right over there because you are watching the Media Avengers. I'll be watching as well.